get in there and get it now.
That was her.
I said, Mama, I didn't move it. Yeah, you did. You telling a lie. I said,
Well, tell me about her, Aunt May. Well, I know about her, but assume I don't know about her. She don't know about her. So please, who is that? Who Miss Tig?
that was my grandmama. Grandmother.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I find myself doing so many things like my granny.
When you said go get it, she told you to go get it.
Yeah.
That remind me of what, you remember Frida? Frida used to watch over after we moved away.
And stole her money.
Frida would go down there, but she would go check on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You know she caught Frida one day.
Mama had got to the point to where Mama had a gun. She kept a gun.
Yeah, she always had a gun.
And she
A
got to the
pistola?
point.
Yeah.
She had got to the point to
She
where
was talking about it.
I don't know who. I think it was Frida and them said you know I need that gun for Mama Lena. Said she gonna hurt somebody with that gun. I said Mama ain't gonna hurt no. I said Mama, I doubt Mama got enough strength in her fingers to pull the trigger. And my dog Joe, we had left Joe over there at the time, and
Had a dog.
the dog was barking real bad, and Mama went out there and shot at Joe. You remember
What
that?
if she shot that dog?
Huh?
What if she had hit that dog?
Yeah, cause you know she couldn't aim it. But she shot at Joe.
And it was dark too.
So she
You know.
so we took the gun. Joe Thomas took the gun, and it was a few days. It was a while before Mama realized the gun was gone.
Oh my God.
And but I mean, I never will forget it. Frida called me one Saturday morning. She said, "Buck," said Mama Lena got me in a death grip. Said she won't let me go. Said I got her gun, and I could hear Mama in the background. She said, "Yeah, sister, you gotta give it up. I know you gotta give it up. I know somebody got my gun." And Frida was saying, "Mama Lena, I haven't seen your gun." I said, "All right, I'll be over in a minute." So I went over there. I spent, I don't know, an hour trying to find a little gun. I don't know how Mama fell for it because it was an automatic, but I gave it to Mama, and Mama said, "Okay," but she did. She had Frida by her arm.
No, you can't get away from them.
And
I like your shoes.
I gave Mama the gun, and she let Frida go. And she said, "Okay, sister," but I knew somebody had my gun. And it was about 2 or 3 days later. I think you was over there when you made.
And you know she hit me at that thing.
When Mama realized it wasn't her gun.
Honey.
And she took that gun and slung it against the wall. She said, "Y'all must think I'm a damn fool."
Well, don't you know that morning when I went over there, she said, "Sister, get my gun." I said, "Mama, I don't have your gun." That's a lie. Get it. And she took that old gun that you had given her and threw it at me, and I thought my ear was gone.
Well, Mama was a mess.
And I looked up at me and said, "Son of a bitch, get my gun now."
How old was she when this happened, Aunt May?
She was in her 90s.
About 91. 92 or something like that.
Now, please explain why she carried a gun with her. Why was that necessary?
I don't know. She carried to church.
Everywhere.
Well, why? Like
I
think
why.
Daddy, you or somebody told me it had something to do with, her growing up in the country, being a woman and.
Oh, I don't know if I ever knew a reason why she carried it.
No, we didn't have a reason.
Always had one.
She didn't have a reason for carrying it.
Always carried it everywhere.
The church.
Even in the church. She carried that old gun, had it in her purse.
Well, did she ever shoot anybody? I mean,
No.
Not like my question is like I heard from somebody. It was Daddy. Somebody said something about how being. Like you say, you don't know what the reason. I don't know. I heard something to do with being black and a woman and the South.
Not in Milton. No, somebody else might have told you that. But I never heard of a reason why Mama carried a gun. Just
in Milton, everybody was just like one.
Yeah, there wasn't no black and white in Milton.
No black because everybody was together just
never
like that.
Never knew anything about black and white in Milton.
I remember, Aunt May, you told me a while back when you was younger, you lived with what was that white family? Ferguson's. And you told me what was it? There was this other. Was like a white preacher or something came to the house.
Yeah.
And y'all were eating.
Yeah.
And y'all had was some
No,
biscuits?
I was supposed to go in the kitchen and get some bread.
Yeah.
And when I extended the bread to him, he said, "I'm sorry, I don't eat after niggers."
And what happened after that, Amen?
And Grandpa said, "Bessie, get the preacher's hat. He's ready to go. Mr. Ferguson, I'm not through talking to you yet." He said, "Well, you through talking to me. And get your hat now and get out and don't come back." That's what Grandpa told me.
Amen.
Now, foreigners, I mean, people that would come in, migrate in and out.
Yeah.
Now, you would hear things like from them, stupid stuff, but people that was born and raised around Milton,
Yeah.
like old man Jack Cole,
Oh, good God.
you know him?
Me?
Yeah.
And how come you think I didn't?
Now they would, you know, people that would come in there, they would, but I never heard anything from native. Shoot, I go Miss Eva Blacks, Miss Clara Knight, Billy is welcome out there.
Now, who are these people? These white people you
yeah,
talking
all
about?
white people, yeah,
Okay.
prominent people.
Okay.
Oh, Justin,
Yes, ma'am.
I had his teeth pulled.
You get his teeth pulled. I mean, you can get dogs' teeth pulled.
He had his teeth pulled, had 16 pulled at one time. $371.
Why you get his teeth pulled, man?
They were bad.
Oh.
You can have brain surgery in Japan for $300 something, couldn't you, Justin?
Good
Actually,
Lord.
probably you get some. Like, you get some really good surgery done and stuff. You know, for I
Are
bet
they
you.
good doctors, good surgery on cancer?
From what I know,
You know, that's hard on anybody.
If you go to Tokyo, I had one of my friends. She died from cancer about 2 years ago. I met her, went to the hospital she was at, and they nice there. They nurses and stuff. Everybody's real nice.
Well,
I
do
love
any-
nurses in Japan. They real sweet.
Any of them ever wait, babe, you got on Mama's soul.
あれ日本でがんにかかったらどのぐらいかかるの？
いやいやいや、なんかもしがんがあれば病院で行った
You
ら
got pee?
なんか
You got pee?
good どうなんか service はどう good service.
なるほどね。
We need some good doctors and nurses over here.
Need to get some Japanese nurses. Japanese nurses, male or female, is like some of the sweetest people I've ever met. They just so kind. They just take good care. I mean, folk in America too. They real sweet too. You know.
Back in the early days,
Uh,
I guess before I was born, cause May and Beulah was still small. Well, you were young. I don't know about small. And Papa, they say, I never knew it. I never knew Papa to drink or do anything.
Oh, good Lord.
But anyway, before I came along, Papa used to drink,
All the time.
and evidently, he had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep.
Is that what Uncle James get it from? Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
So, tell him how Mama used to do Miss Lou.
The old woman that he was going with, Miss Lula Burns, they lived in the back of us,
And all this is no roads now. This is all across.
all across the field, just the grassy field. And poor Miss Lula would come this little path to go to Milton to wash for this old lady,
Yeah.
a couple of people.
And there was a creek that ran through all of this.
Yeah, we used to go fishing in that creek.
Yeah.
And poor Miss Lula would ease through there. I really thought Mama wouldn't see her. And here go Mama. Here she go with a stick. And she'd go down there and whip that old woman every Monday morning. She'd whip her.
Just beat her.
Poor thing would hold her hands up, Mama would hit her on the arm. And let me tell you how crazy the woman was. Mama would ask her, "Did Joe come to your house last night, ma'am?" Yeah. Now I would have told her no.
Was she honest?
Yeah.
Honest got a good whipping.
And the mama would make us go with her, and we'd wait at the creek. Your granny and I would wait at the creek.
Mm.
And while Mama whipped the poor old woman.
Well, dang.
And then we'd go back to the house.
That happened more than once.
Every Monday morning.
like come out here. It's
And-
time for your weekly whooping.
And Papa, Mama's nephew, they called him Goat Albert Rhodes, would come home with Papa every Saturday night to make sure Papa got to the house. And Cousin Albert would tell Mama, ain't Evelina, you ought to whip Uncle Joe's ass because he's drunk again. And he'd be drunker than Papa.
Hey.
Oh, we had some good times.
I said that one more.
Hershey, you got to go pee. Let me take him.
All